Good morning. My name is José de la Cruz Cabrera Laynez, mechatronics engineering student at the Universidad Politécnica de Centro. Today, I will talk about what my career is in order to make known what is not so clear and answer the common doubts that usually exist around wanting to make the decision to study this career. So now I start the presentation. The first thing I will proceed to explain is what this career is about. Well, mechatronics engineering is a multidisciplinary career. This means that it does not have a single discipline or subject that it teaches, but rather combines knowledge of different areas in one with the purpose of equipping them for a specific objective, which in general is the automation of industrial processes, like two robots arms that assemble cars autonomously. However, it is not the only thing that a mechatronic engineer does or could do, but I will clarify this later. It is a relatively new career compared to other more well-known careers, so it is still growing. Now I will comment on the origin of this career since it implies knowing with what reason it was created. Before the career existed, it emerged as a term to describe the activities that an engineer could do or to name a type of technology. This term arose in Japan by an electrical company called Yaskawa Electric Corporation. More or less, it describes it as follows. Design and construction activities that include electronic systems and components to high precision mechanisms or structures. Now that term will no longer be used to describe mechatronics, but it is interesting to know how it started. But now, as the next point, I would like to talk about what mechatronics is now. Relying on this image that every industry person has come across, and it seems to me to be a good graph in it perfectly sum up what mechatronics is. Mechatronics takes some basic knowledge of disciplines that at first do not have much relationship, but when combining them, new applications emerge that have been applied in recent years and are now part of new and day-to-day systems today. However, as we can well see in the image, mechatronics does not cover to a large extent any of these other disciplines. It only sees it in a more superficial way or by skipping certain points that would not be useful for the proposed objective. So we can see that mechatronics is based in computation, that is use of software and logic systems, or mechanics, that is systems for transforming forces and movement, or electronics, that is design of circuits, electronics, and control cards, and in control, that is use of manual monitoring and control systems. Now, I would like to move to another point that I consider to be a question that many have raised and I consider important to clarify. It is the question of whether mechatronics contains other careers. The answer is that no. It is true that it takes some parts that come within other careers. For example, a mechatronic will know how to program, but it will not be the same knowledge as someone who studies software. A mechatronic produces electronic devices, but not at the same time or all of those that an electronical engineer generates. It is important to clarify that no mechatronic knows more than another career, since as I explained previously, it does not cover any of this knowledge in its entirety. It only takes a small part and combines them with others. To conclude, we can say that the most interesting point is the fact of the multidiscipline of the career. It is what made it a unique career and different from others. But we are often confused by the idea that with all that, the only thing that is done is automatic systems for industries. It is the general objective, but not what everyone does. Despite all the knowledge learned, it does not mean that all are used equally. Specialization in certain areas is highly recommended, since few companies are not looking for a mechatronic engineer, but for someone trained in a more specific area in addition to all the other knowledge they know. So as advice, I can say that you train according to what interests you most and apply it in the way that you think is the best for yourself and for those whom you will offer your services. With this, I finish my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.